Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world of
the echo is due to him not wearing a
scuttling
headset.
the conversation.
I don't think he intended to troll. I think he was trying to have sincere conversation. But
I agree with you. Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that point.
I just think you two have very incompatible interpretations of.
No,
Actually,
sir.
I think that their interpretation was the same.
That's a mischaracterization of what went down. I simply asked him, "Do you accept my statement or not?" And he prattled on about rocks being personal or impersonal. I didn't ask him about that. Okay? The issue is not a different interpretation. The issue is one of two things. Either he has such poor listening skills, or he has a loss of critical thinking skills. Because my question was clear, it was
Also
unequivocal, and it was easy to answer. You either accept my statement or you do not accept it. Okay? There wasn't a problem with interpretation. So because of his poor skills, okay, that's why he just kept on rambling the same thing, which didn't address the question. And then we had trolls jumping in, white knighting for him, scuttling the conversation.
Dude, I hate white people.
Crush, may I please speak for just a moment?
clearly answered the question in the affirmative.
I believe
even though
what
he
was
elaborated.
Trying to say was that, well, commonly, what most people would agree on is that it would.
I didn't ask most people.
Please, I was still talking.
I know, but you're addressing something that wasn't an issue.
Mr. Darth,
really
please don't overtalk him.
I'll listen to him trying to scuttle another
There's
conversation.
more that's coming that's going to be critical to the understanding of what I'm saying, but I keep getting stopped. So I really need to complete that for things to make sense.
What you're invoking, what isn't relevant?
Yeah, I strongly believe it is.
The issue was either accepted or didn't accept my statement. That's it.
Well, let him invoke it, and then you can dismantle it afterwards. How about that? Okay, go, Dr. Rosen.
I believe.
No, Dr. Rosen's talking.
Was that? Well, it's commonly accepted that it is by most people that your statement is true.
No, that's not an answer to my question. He's telling me what other people think. I didn't ask him what other people think. I said, do you accept it? No, sir.
No, you're being deceptive. You're not answering the question. You're saying what most people think. Answer the question, accept it or don't accept it. Stop playing these games.
Listen. Either you're not getting this. Either you have poor listening skills, or you're trying to misrepresent it. All I said is a very simple statement.
I'm back for 1 second. Jesus Christ.
Good. I'm going to kill my mic, okay? Because we have people trying to scuttle the conversation. Now, the issue is simply this, Risen. I asked him a question. I made a statement. I said, do you accept the statement or do you not? I don't care what anyone else thinks, okay? So I have never found out 45 minutes later whether he accepted my statement or did not. 45 minutes later, I still do not know.
If Darth was listening, he would have heard him clearly say he accepts the statement, and yet he elaborated on. He did.
No, him.
Okay. Oh, by the way, for those of you,
you might be mistaken, Jay.
JJ is trolling and white knighting. Turn him down. I have him turned down.
As far as I know, what
trolling.
He was trying to say was that he is essentially agnostic on the idea. He doesn't.
Can't be agnostic. Doesn't exist.
You're not. Listen. Okay, Risen. I will go over this again with you. It's really, really simple. This is going right over your head. I asked him. Okay. Shut up and let me finish. Okay. Listen. This is going over your head. I know you want to save face to everybody in the room, but I'm not going to shy away from telling you. Okay. Now, all I asked him was this. I made a statement. Okay. I said, "Do you accept the statement or not?" I never got an answer as to whether he accepted it or did not accept it.
Oh, well, if you were listening, you would have heard him say yes.
Yeah.
What?
All he said was, "Oh, most people assume that's true."
Possible.
My opinion.
That's not all he said, though. Maybe you couldn't hear him as other people were talking over him.
Did you hear him
saying
state
answer
that
the
he
question?
Accepted?
That was what was scuttling the conversation.
No, I don't.
Right? People interrupting his answer.
No, we didn't.
That was a big problem.
Jay,
you literally said.
No, he did not.
You literally said repeating this.
Risen. Okay, Concrete, please. Concrete, please. You are feeding the trolls. Now,
yes,
Risen,
know your place, Concrete. Listen to your master.
Simple question. Did you hear him? All right, I'm going to kill my speakers. Okay, Risen. Okay, I can't hear anybody right now. Right? So,
oh my gosh, that's a low blow.
Two things. I don't care who you are. You're not immune from the rules.
The shoe fits.
1 second, Jay. 1 second. I don't care who you are.
Chain fits.
Okay, guys, don't try not to overtalk each other. Darth, don't kill your speakers. That's just childish.
Okay. Do you know why I kill my speakers?
Well, to be honest, you've all been overtalking one another. So can we just have a bit of,
Do you know why I'm
calm?
killing my speakers? I don't care.
I don't care. Crushing. Do you know what?
With echoes?
I don't particularly
Seesaw,
care.
you're not making it any better.
No, none of you are making this any better. This is completely ridiculous. What's going on here? Can you all just decide what your point is and who's discussing it? Because this is going nowhere. This is just over talking, and reeing about how terrible each of you are to each other.
All right.
So,
well, the simple fact. Hold on, Concrete.
Seesaw, listen to me. The reason why I killed my speakers was because of the non-stop over talking and trolling me, because of your ineffectual modding, and you
do not.
I think everything is trolling atheism.
We're trying to restore order right now, so let's not play the blame game. We're going to all calm down.
Did someone?
Yeah, Darth.
Why don't we just stop talking about this specifically? Because the fact is, the guy who didn't answer the question and was lying left anyway.
Because mods are ineffectual, this is why this happens.
Oh my god.
And he got muted.
Everyone's trolling, Darth. You think everyone's trolling?
It is a rule that you're not supposed to air mod grievances, and actually, and the Fed's a pretty good mod, so I wouldn't insult.
Yeah. Okay. So Risen. I asked the question: do you accept or not accept my statement? Did you hear him say that he accepted or did not accept my statement?
No, he was saying both interpretations were valid.
No. Okay. So the answer is he didn't answer my question. Thank you.
Not to.
No, Risen. Let me explain. No, Risen. What the question was?
Not answer it with a yes or no. He answered with both interpretations are valid.
No, but there wasn't a separate interpretation.
No, you're not. You're not understanding, Risen. You are truly not understanding what just
went. You said I was able to.
You're not understanding. Let me finish. I'll explain it to you again. Because I'm a patient man, I will explain it to you again. I don't care what he said about interpretations. That's not the issue.
Real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Again, you have poor listening skills. Okay.
Yes, let him finish.
It has nothing to do with interpretation. All I did was ask. I made a specific. Okay, 45 minutes ago. Okay, I made a statement. I said, "Do you accept this, or do you not accept this?" Now, do you know, Risen, what the law of excluded middle is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you quite properly. Could you repeat that last part?
Okay. 45 minutes ago, I made a statement. I said to him, do you accept or not accept the statement? Okay. Now, I brought this up to you 3 times, and you keep on prattling on about interpretation, which is irrelevant to what I asked. Now, are you familiar with the law of excluded middle? The law of excluded middle is something is either A or not A. Do you accept the third law of logic, the law of excluded middle?
I am in this situation, I would say. Well, hold on. Will you give me a moment to think about that for a moment?
This is uncontroversial. It's the third law of logic.
I think because different logical systems actually replace the law of exclusion.
Okay. Yeah, and guess what? This is at root of all thinking. It doesn't matter that you have different logical systems. This is at root of all human communication. Okay, so you're muddying the waters, talking about another topic.
That there must be A or B. There cannot.
Okay. Do you accept the law of excluded middle?
That being that there must be A or B being correct?
No.
Is that a correct interpretation?
No. Obviously, you're not. Listen, I'm not trying to belittle you, but you're not even understanding the very simple question about the law.
Just real quick, let's try rewording this real quick. So, what question atheism is trying to ask you is if you actually accepted the law of excluded middle, it's actually one of several different logical laws you'll have. For example, the law of excluded middle, the law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, and he was very clear. Question atheism did in fact say that the law of excluded middle is that for any proposition that someone puts forward, it is either going to be true or it's going to be false. That there is no kind of nuance or kind of middle ground. So the question is that atheism, please stop for 1 second. So the question he was trying to ask was, do you actually accept that proposition? Because the law of excluded middle, I mean, if I want to try to break it down, is very simply that I put forward a proposition. That proposition is either going to be true or it's going to be false, right? Yes. And so he wanted to ask, do you actually accept that principle, yes or no?
And I think Risen is just mistaken that he didn't understand what was being said.
What's the answer?
Oh, sorry. Are you waiting for me to talk?
Yeah, he was talking to you, numbnuts.
That's really
name calling again. What the hell is that,
dude? Absolute fools.
Can you not call me that again, please?
Yeah. We're coming across an hour after 1 hour of me asking a simple, unequivocal question. And all we have is scuttling for 1 hour from a simple question.
I believe that he does not accept that consecutive middling, was it?
No, you're incorrect.
Okay, you're clueless. And the Fed just explained to you. He just explained to you the law of excluded. No, you didn't even understand the law of excluded middle. So that's why you didn't even understand the nature of my question to Bebop. And yet you told me he answered the question and you don't even understand the relevance to my question and the law of excluded middle. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me. You didn't understand any of this. So you shouldn't have joined the conversation. It's like you're going to a picnic and you start peeing into the fruit punch.
I don't know if that's analogous. But yeah, I don't like the guy clearly wasn't answering the question. He was clearly dancing around it. But I think he's left. The guy's gone. Risen's basically conceded that he's wrong. Yeah, but Risen's basically
Risen when Risen was asked if he accepted the law of excluded middle after the law of excluded middle was explained to him by me, he was a deer in the headlights. And then when the Fed explained, I'm talking. Okay. Now, you see this.
Just real quick. So Dr. Risen, I do understand that sometimes people will try to give questions that either has one or the other. So to some people, you try to ask them a direct question and it sounds no different than like an Austin Powers line, shall we shag now or shag later? Well, how about none of the above? Oh my God, it has to be one of the two. I understand that some people kind of look at questions like that, but this question, however, I would say is not really quite that obtuse, or it's not really that ridiculous. It is a fairly fair question, which is, do you accept the law of excluded middle, which is a logical proposition that says that for any time someone gives a proposition, that is either going to be true or it's going to be false. And
is that in all cases or in some cases? Because you might be in the position where you accept it in some cases.
It's either
that would be
yes or a no, or there should be an explanation as to why.
Or other.
You think that there's something else. So just yes or no question.
Well, what the man just said over there, it would depend on the case, I suppose. Not everything is an absolute.
What the Fed just said was a misrepresentation of what I said, okay? So the Austin Powers question was a loaded question. There was no hidden...
Right, and that's exactly what I said. I said that the question that you asked is not a loaded question. It is not like that. And I understand that some people will take questions that either have one or the other and they'll kind of interpret it that way, but I don't think that you asked him an unreasonable question. It is a very straightforward and a very simple question.
Wrong.
Okay, hold on a second. I would like to know while I was in the middle of my thought, was I breaking the rules? And if not, why did you mute me?
I will continue to do so.
Why did you mute me?
You do talk over people every day.
Because you're talking over